This time, you definitely want to stick around after the movie ends. As the first movie in the MCU's Phase 5, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania has the ambitious task of reigniting fans' excitement, introducing Cassie Lang to the superhero life, and explaining why Kang the Conqueror was chosen as the main villain of the MCU's multiversal saga. We can all agree one movie is not enough to do all that and still give its titular characters, Paul Rudd's Ant-Man and Evangeline Lilly's Wasp, a satisfying story. Yet, when it comes to its end credit scenes, Quantumania is one of the best Marvel Cinematic Universe productions, as it connects to future projects while presenting exciting new characters. Now that Quantumania is finally available in theaters, let's break down the movie's two end credit scenes, one teasing Season 2 of Loki and the other showing how many different flavors of Kang we'll have in the future of the MCU. The Council of Kangs. The first end credit scene takes us to a place beyond space and time, where three variants of Kang look at the myriad of timelines before their eyes. Two of these variants were taken straight out of Marvel Comics, while a third might be connected to two other classic Kang personas. First, we have Pharaoh Ramatut, the first tyrant variant of Kang. In Marvel Comics, once Kang got bored with his life in the future, he traveled to ancient Egypt, where he used advanced technology to become pharaoh and rule the country's people with an iron fist. Ramatut was eventually dethroned by time-traveling Avengers and other Marvel heroes, leading Kang to more adventures across the timeline where he assumed many different identities. In the end credits scenes, we also see Immortus, a different variant of Kang. After his conquest plans are thwarted repeatedly, Kang decides to go back to ancient Egypt after his younger self has already left the place. This time, Kang rules honorably and, in doing so, finds the purpose he was always lacking. So, Kang uses his genius-level intellect to slow down his aging and use his powers to fight his conqueror variant, before death can claim his body. This version of Kang also escapes to Limbo, a dimension outside time, where he becomes Immortus, existing forever, just as time itself. Immortus becomes a regent of timelines, being able to alter the course of history. While Immortus is more powerful than the MCU's He Who Remains ever was, there are a lot of similarities between the two characters, as Immortus is a neutral version of Kang who caters to the timelines to protect time itself and stop his evil variants. There's also a high-tech variant of Kang in the end credit scenes that could be Scarlet Centurion or Iron Lad. The MCU design of this character doesn't match their possible comic book counterparts. So right now we are dwelling in uncharted territory. Scarlet Centurion is a version of Kang who wears battle armor to fight his enemies, using technology to defeat the heroes that kicked him out of ancient Egypt. The classic Scarlet Centurion uniform wouldn't translate well to live action, which gives Marvel Studios a great reason to redesign it. As for Iron Lad, this is a unique heroic variant of Kang that glimpses at his future conqueror self and decides to join the Avengers to stop evil Kangs. In the comic books, the Iron Lad uses armor inspired by Iron Man himself. However, since the MCU's Iron Man is dead and his character arc is pretty much done, it wouldn't be surprising if Marvel Studios decided to completely redesign the hero. While it might sound strange that one of the main Kang variants could be a hero, it's worth underlining how we still don't know the goals and intentions of this Kang Council. So, maybe the heroic Kang just has some misplaced faith in the other variants. In the scene, the trio of Kanga discusses how the Exiled One was killed by an Avenger. They seem concerned about the Avengers messing with the multiverse, as this could spell doom for everything they've built. That's why Immortus summons every Kang variant from every timeline to discuss the matter. The scene ends as hundreds of Kangs materialize in a huge stadium, maybe to plan their attack on the Avengers of Earth 616. And if one Kang has so much raw power, we can't imagine what an army of Kangs could achieve. How Quantumania leads to Loki Season 2. The second end credits scene takes us to a science presentation in the early 19th century. On the stage, a man named Victor Timely explains to the audience how time can be manipulated and used for the sake of humankind. As the camera goes from stage to the audience, we see Loki talking to Mobius about how the man on stage is the villain they are looking for. Mobius is not convinced, but Loki says he's sure Victor is a danger to the multiverse. Loki is not wrong. In Marvel Comics, Victor Timely is a variant of Kang who travels back in time and disguises himself as a brilliant scientist and engineer. As Victor Timely, Kang founds the city of Timely, Wisconsin, turning it into a beacon of development and fringe science. This variant of Kang doesn't age, so he pretends to die and be replaced by his son to remain hidden from the world. Victor uses Timely Town to hide Chronopolis, the city from which Kang the Conqueror can access any point in the timeline and pursue his conquering endeavors. So the man on stage could be the same Kang that Scott Lang thinks he killed in the quantum realm. We'll know for sure once Season 2 of Loki hits Disney Plus and we learn exactly why Loki is so afraid of Victor. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is currently enlarging the MCU in theaters. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click down below. Subscribe to the button, hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment.